Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking briefly about step 7, sponsor SMART. And if you've looked at the step, you'll realize that SMART is an acronym. This acronym is designed to give you a step-by-step process when you're bringing on your brand new brand partner to help them have the most efficient start possible. So I'm going to quickly go over the steps of that acronym. The S in SMART is to have what's called a strategy session. This is really simple. This is where you talk to this brand new person, you're going through the 8-step pattern, you're showing them boards, you're engaging them in all of the core steps that you've now gone through and watched the videos on, but you're setting up a strategy session. If you remember a previous video we did, the very first video where we talked about OPA, outcome focused, purpose driven with an action plan. If you go back and watch that video, you'll notice that I mentioned to them that their job is to focus on deciding what they want, the outcome, and working on their purpose or their reasons behind achieving what it is that they say they want. But to get with their team leader or the person that invited them to work on the action plan. This is really that strategy session where you start laying out the goals, the plans, and developing a system for them to help them achieve their goals. So if you're a SMART sponsor, you set up a strategy session with your brand new person. And if you're brand new, you want to do this with your up team, that person on your team that's active, building the business, and knows how to help a person get off to a fast start. The M in SMART is manage expectations. This is super important. Now, I want to make it very clear. I'm not saying to be a downer. Don't be Debbie Downer on their dreams. That's not what I mean by manage expectations. If your journey has been brutal, you don't want to say to your brand new person, hey, I want to manage your expectations. This is going to suck. It's going to be really hard. Don't do that. What I mean by manage expectations is explain to them, this is not a hobby. This is a business. If you treat it like a hobby, you'll get hobby results. If you treat it like a business, you stand a really good chance of getting business results. The idea is let them know that they made the decision to become a brand partner for a reason. In your strategy session, you talk to them about those reasons. Manage the expectations around consistency. Listen, the fortune is in the follow-up. Being consistent in this business every single day, over and over and over again, is how we win. So just manage those expectations properly. But again, don't scare them. Don't tell them it's the hardest thing they've ever done in their life, because here's the other thing. You don't know what's inside of that person, and you also don't know the sphere of influence they have. They might call 10 people and sponsor 10 people in day one. However, manage expectations when it comes to the understanding that this is either a hobby or it's a business, and either one of those will give you the appropriate results. The next letter in our acronym is the letter A, and this stands for action plan. What does that mean? It's pretty simple. Keep it simple. KISS. Keep it super simple and get them into action immediately. Develop an action plan that is customized to that person. What do I mean by that? If you go back through the steps, when we talked about the dream, and then we talked about making commitments, if this person is working 80 hours per week and they're literally at the office or they're on the road 6 days a week, you have to create an action plan that meets that person where they are. Super important. Just think about that as you're developing the action plan. The next part of this acronym is the letter R, and this is where really the rubber meets the road in the long-term success of your business, and that is to build a relationship. We want a relationship build. This is deeper than, hey, I got you started in a business so you can make money and then I can make money. No, if you really want to build a successful business that spans the globe and your business is literally producing volume while you're sleeping, you want to dig deep, actually get to know the person, ask them open-ended questions about themselves, their family, what they love, what's their hobbies, what are they into. Get to know the person outside of just a business relationship. And this is something you do over time, but you want to start this when they get started so they know your heart. It's okay to be transparent and be real with the people you're connected to. One of the things I love to say is that real recognizes real. I think anyone in the LifeWave business, if you were to ask a question to someone on this team that is successful, how important relationships are, I'm pretty sure that they would check that off as one of the most important pieces of the puzzle. So make sure you're building relationship. And then the last letter in our acronym is T, which stands for today, not tomorrow. Now, you'll also see in the document associated with this step, there's another acronym that's called W.I.N, W-I-N. This goes together with the entire strategy of being a SMART sponsor. And here's what it is. You want to focus on today, not tomorrow in that strategy session. So I'm going to walk you through this really quick. You have a brand new person, just signed up in the business. You run this strategy session. You're talking about managing expectations. You're talking about the action plan. You're building a relationship. And then you get to this part. And here's all this is. If I were talking with Tina, it would sound like this. Tina, so excited that you're part of the team. I know you're fired up. I know you're going to tear things up. Here's what I want us to talk about right now. What can we do today to move your business into action mode? What's the next step that you think we should take to help you start building the business today? Here it comes, and not tomorrow. And let them tell you, well, I should probably call my sister and my uncle and my brother. And you say, I think that's a great idea. How can I support you in that? And you get them doing something. Tony Robbins has a very famous saying. He says, never leave the sight of setting a goal or a dream without taking some form of action. Because what you're doing is you're conditioning yourself that you are going to now, you're moving the needle with that dream, that vision, or that goal. So focus on helping them get into action today. And I don't care if that action is as simple as, writing a text message and learning how to communicate. You determine with that person what that action is, but get them into action mode today, not tomorrow. And then the acronym WIN goes in alignment with that. And that's an important kind of a mantra to keep with your team and your new people. And that's WIN. What's important now? Listen, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You'll talk to people like, I talked to this person, I'm going all over the place, I'm running like crazy, and I'm so busy. Fantastic. What do you think is important for us to do right now? What's the most important thing we can do to help you move the needle and get closer to your vision, your dream, your goal? That is how you become a SMART sponsor. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.